It is 2 o'clock coffee break time. So today I reached out to a friend of mine who's a personal trainer, and I said, "Hey, Lisa, sometimes we cannot get to the gym. Maybe I have a sick child, maybe I'm out of town traveling, maybe there's too much snow outside, maybe there's a tornado or hurricane coming, whatever. Or I just don't want to go to the gym, whatever. So can you help me help my folks during our coffee break today come up with a creative, fun home gym that I can do anywhere?" So this is my friend Lisa. Hi, Lisa.
Hi, guys. Can they hear me?
As far as I know.
Okay. Well, if you can hear me, they can hear me, right?
That's the theory.
Okay. Well, good. So first of all, thank you for having me, darling. This is super fun. I love doing this. And especially it helps because my career for about 20 to 25 years before I was a personal trainer, I was a traveling salesperson. So for me, getting to a gym was really, really challenging. I carried stuff in my suitcase and I had to use my own body weight a lot. It was me in a hotel room, a 10 by 10 space, right? So we get very creative, which means we have no excuses, right? There's lots of times where I'm home and my kid's sick or something's wrong. And so very little equipment. If you want, I'd be more than happy just to kind of list through some of the things that you can use literally with no equipment.
Love it.
Couple of things in your house, a step, right? Now a step could be a variation of things. That would be, I happen to have in my pantry, because I'm 5'0", right? In my pantry, I have a step stool because I can't reach the top shelves, right? So you can have a step from a pantry or a garage. If you have a house with 2 stories, you're going to have stairs, correct? Lots of things you can do with chairs. And probably the most important tool that you might have that I can't imagine somebody wouldn't have would be a chair or an ottoman. Now, chairs can be different heights. Ottomans are different heights. But the height of an ottoman, right, which is kind of that kneeling height, maybe about 1 foot to 1.5 feet, that's the perfect. Chairs can be used for a lot of things, right? For balancing, for lunges, for push-ups, for all loads of different things. I'm trying to think of what else. So stairs, just having a door frame, right, where you can lock one of the bands in, like these kind of bands that go in your door frame, extremely universal. So I would say there's definitely no excuses for exercises that we provide at our gym, and plus all the things I used to do online where we do our own body weight, right? So on another coffee break, if you guys wanted me to do a quick little 10-minute, hey, here's some squats, here's some push-ups, here's some jumping jacks, here's lots of things we can do. I also thought I would show you some pretty universal things that almost everybody has in their house, or extremely easy, where I'll post the link, where you can purchase these things on Amazon for less than $60 for most of them. All right, the first thing I would probably do, I don't know if you guys can see this, are these bands. Do you see this band here? Mine happens to have handles, if you see the handles here. Some of them will come with a little baseball, or it'll have a hook where you can actually pop the handle off and attach a hook. The ones that you can get today on Amazon are much more universal, but this is a resistance band. So if you notice here, I've doubled it up and my resistance is even stronger. I use it singly here. These handles, we do loads of different things with these handles. So this, extremely inexpensive, less than $20 for sure. You usually get different colors, and each color stands for that different resistance. All right, so this was in my suitcase every week, right? It folds up really nicely, just like this. Folds up, goes right in the suitcase, super light, didn't really make anything weigh. The other thing that I pack, if you notice these little bands, right? So this here, I'm trying to think, I didn't bring my other one up. It's a little, these, again, color-coded for resistance, but look how easy and foldable that is. I mean, I could literally put that in my back pocket and I take it to the park while I'm walking. If you're walking around your house, you go for a walk with the park, you stop at a bench, you can pop this on your ankles and you do little resistance squats, All right.
Okay.
So again, so many things, no excuses. These little bands are great. And again, super cheap. The other thing I really like is this little Pilates ring, right? So this is a ring that is kind of universal. You can see here, I'm doing upper body movements like this. I can go this direction, but we also use it for lower body. We squeeze it in between our thighs. We put it in the ankles. We do certain exercises there. So that's just a couple of things that you can get on Amazon that are really, really inexpensive. I happen to teach at a gym that we do online workouts as well, so you don't need any equipment there either.
Cool. So if I am watching this right now and I think, oh, I want to do some of those things, but I don't have those things. I want to do some of the exercises. Let me use my words.
Yep.
But I don't have the bands or the strap, or I got the chairs. That's no excuse, right?
Exactly.
So, I know I didn't get rid of all my chairs yet. Darn. So is there any other, so I'm thinking, okay, what do I have around my house? Again, there's snow outside. I get a wild hair and I go, hey, I think I want to do some of these resistance trainings. Are there other things, like, can I take my husband's old socks and tie them together and make a resistance band? Or can I go to the garage and find an old tire and a bike that maybe isn't being used? Or...
I was just going to say, you would be surprised what you find in your garage and your basement that would be used. You know, what we recommended this week, because we had a lot of people online, but they didn't have access to some of the equipment because they hopped on very quickly and got excited about working out. And then they said, oh my gosh, I don't have that stuff yet. You know what we said with this little ring? I said, go grab a soccer ball, go grab a basketball that's a little bit deflated, go grab anything that has a little bit of resistance. I even said, when I saw them sitting behind themselves, they had 4 throw pillows on their couch. I said, put all 4 of those together and you're going to squeeze and out. So they were even able to use the pillows on their couch. Again, no excuses. So you could use, I'm trying to think, gallons of milk or water, right, to use as dumbbells. A lot of us will do that. I jokingly say those with little kids literally could just carry their kids around, right, in their car seats, and do what we call a farmer's carry.
You know, it's funny you mentioned that. My niece has a little one, and she sent me a video last week, I think, where her husband was taking their little one and kind of holding their little one and doing these arm curls with the baby. Yeah. And she just was cackling and giggling, and I was like, hey, it's great, it's great entertainment for mom and exercise for dad and humor for the child.
Well, and part of it is when you're walking up the stairs to go get something, I say do a walking lunge, right? The way you engage certain muscles when you take that first step, and I show people how to engage that glute muscle and really pull up and take 2 steps instead. There's in everyday life, we're always teaching you how to kind of up the ante a little bit if you needed to. Stairs are a great exercise tool.
Yesterday, you were showing me something with my hands that I lost the word. I wrote it down. Trigger, engage.
Activation.
Activation.
So what we love to do at our gym and what we do for training is we have people activate the muscle that they're going to work, right? And then we actually take it to the weights and we do that work. Activation exercises are by far the easiest way for you to get work without having any equipment at all. So the one we were working with yesterday was activating these pec muscles. So we're going to practice on, maybe doing some push-ups, right? So we're going to take our palms, push them together, and you're going to push the right hand against the left hand, right? And you're going to activate. So you're resisting on this side, pushing here. You should be able to feel that muscle right here as you could even do it without putting your palm there by just activating. Do you see the difference here versus here, right? And you activate.
That doesn't work for me.
So you push resistance. You can also, so you're not in a prayer position, but you're kind of out, your hands are out here, and you squeeze your palms together, and you're activating both of those pec muscles, right? So you do that for about 20 seconds. then you can go and actually do the work. But we have a lot of people that simply can only do the exercises because they're not ready to lift weights yet. On the back and the shoulders, we do a really good one, hands up in the air in that 90 degrees here. And then all we're going to do is pinch our back muscles, right? These are called your lats. So we're just going to squeeze them down, hold them there for a second, and then release it. And then squeeze them down, right?
I feel like I'm squeezing my butt cheeks together, by the way.
Well, because you're sitting down, you probably are because you're in a chair, right?
No, I'm standing.
Well, what you're going to notice is we are connected. It's like a skin suit. Everything is connected, and I love that because that's why your core needs to be so tight and engaged throughout the day. Here, and then squeeze, and then that's going to activate your lats, which is going to activate those rhomboids, which is going to bleed down into those glutes, which is going to go to the hands, which is going to, kind of all bleeds down. I think it's super important for posture as well. So we do a lot of activation with posture where your shoulders are here, right? And we're literally, you walk around like this, and you think that you look funny because you're so used to doing this. You think, oh, people must think I'm just puffing my chest out. And honestly, you just look normal, right? Same thing with your head, right? What's the movie? Your head weighs 8 pounds or whatever that was on Jerry Maguire. We are constantly like this. So I have people practice on activation. Look up, look forward, keep that space between your chin, even if you have to put something there, and walk, right? Just put something put that coffee mug, here's a calculator, right? I'm going to stick that calculator right here, and I'm just going to walk, and I'm not going to be able to look down, right?
Yeah.
Do that. I know it, if you're in your house, nobody's going to see you.
That's right.
So those are really important things because this affects not only your head and your spine and your, all of that, but it also affects your breathing and the ability just to stand up and look forward and go. So I work with a lot of people on that. Just those simple things can really help everything in your life, right? And at home, that's when you're most of the time kind of like this.
Yep. So if I remember in summary here in our last, our timer's gone off. So palms, shoulders,
posture,
sitting up with my shoulders pulled back, neck up. Is there a fifth one that I missed?
Breathe.
Breathe. Oh gosh. Lisa, that's like, overrated or something. I don't know. No, really.
Yeah.
Breathing. Yes. And so if I do those 5 things and I have nothing, I'm not going to talk about the chair. I'm not going to talk about the bands. I don't have anything near me. Just to do those 5 things. I mean, I'm thinking if I'm sitting at my desk working from home, if I do those things every hour, just to force myself to get up from the desk, stretch out, breathe. It takes 2 minutes to do those things, if that. If I set an alarm on my phone and just say, hey, take a 2-minute stretch break, how much better we will be if that's the only thing we can do.
Yeah. And honestly, it's going to straighten everything up, and your core is going to be engaged. You will feel better. You'll breathe better. Your posture will be better.
And your skin will look better. No.
Yes. But honestly, there's so many things you can do at home when you're not able to. So that's kind of my mantra is no excuses and fix it. Fix it is my big, I say fix it all day. Just fix everything and go. So
because it's a habit, right? We've just gotten lazy as a people, and we are on our phones. We sit like this, and it pulls. I mean, good grief, it's got to pull on that neck muscles, and it can't feel good. I know it doesn't.
Yeah.
So great. All right. So that ends today's coffee break. Thanks, Lisa, for stopping by, and we'll put some links underneath this video for some notes that I took. Lisa will put some information in there, and the link if you want those 3 things at Amazon. I know the gym that Lisa works at has a promotional going on right now that's got some percentage off, but it's there if you want it, if you need it. If not, find something in your house that works. Children, something in the garage, whatever.
Absolutely.
Fabulous. Well, thanks, Lisa, for
You're
stopping
welcome.
by, and we will see you all tomorrow for the next episode of the Coffee Break.